what is, I'll share the copy of the syllabus within this Zoom call. Okay. So you will get that. No worries. The same copy which you downloaded from the website, and the same it will be reflected here too.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have 6 modules where we have divided the points. The first module will be more specific about the introduction, whereas we are looking the basic inputs, what are needed to understand the EV and EV market. And then electrical aspects that needs to be covered about the electric vehicle technologies and charging stations part. That will cover in the module 1, which is introduction part. Chapter 2 or the module 2 is having a focused area about the EV chargers and their types. What all types of EV chargers are available in the market, and what are their types, how they are going to work, what is the slow charging, fast charging fundamentals, right? The internal block diagrams of the chargers, the architect you can say, right? Everything related to charger that we will address, be it a AC charger, be it a DC charger, we will address everything.
Yeah.
Module 3, the chapter 3 is defining how to select and size the electric vehicles charger for your EV, right? Which sort of charger is good fit for your application, how you can decide that. So to understand those aspects, we will cover that points in the module 3, which includes your AC chargers, DC chargers, their differentiation, then communication protocols, what they are following, right? Different type of gateways it has inbuilt, right? Then we have a very specific part like Bharat AC and Bharat DC charger. Okay. If you look at in global scenario, this might be not available everywhere, because this is made in India chargers and very specific to the Indian market. But still we will address that also, because you should aware about what other countries to having, right?
Yeah, sure.
And we will understand more about the central management system, like CMS. If you have explored the electric vehicle charging stations, let's say a station having 100 chargers at one place, right? Like the fueling stations, we have most probably 10 to 20 guns, right? Not more than that. But if we look at the EV now, EV trend is something different. It might be having a platform of you can charge around 200 vehicles, 300 vehicles simultaneously, right? So to charging those quantity or the quantum of the vehicles, you must needed something which you can centralize and see from the one place and observe the entire station, right? So that central management system, which is a software solution basically, how it works, what are their nodes, what are their electrical points to cover, right? Everything that we will going to address in the module 3, what it should be. Module 4 is more specific area of the sub part of the charger. Okay.
Yeah.
Like even if you divide the AC charger, what it has, the component level understanding, and DC charger, the component level understanding. Then across the globe, there is a differentiation with respect to the protocols, basically the GTP, GBT, right? CHAdeMO, CCS, CCS1, 2, right? What are those protocols they are having? Different country accepting the different protocols, and what is their electrical variations with the characteristics. That we will going to understand here, and their communication topologies. Like CCS1 has a different type of communication mode, CHAdeMO has a different type of communication mode, GBT has a different type of communication mode. So all those aspects we will going to cover within the module 4. And in the module 4 itself, we will address more on your gun and connector part, very specific to that, and how to select and size that gun, right? That we will address in the module 5.
Yeah.
Module 5 would be again a part related to balance of the system. Like, let's say module 1 is your basic, module 2 different type of chargings, right? Module 3 charging process and entire charging system, right? Module 4 detailed understanding about the charger, their subcomponents, right? If you
Yeah.
understand the chargers point with module 2, 3, 4, the fifth module would be more on your subsystems, like the basic electrical infrastructure which is required to enable, to equip your charger in place and it should function well, right?
Yeah.
So what all other requirements are, like cables are required, cable trays are required, transformer is required, your LT panel required, right? ACDB, DCDB, what all those required? Metering systems, then their subcomponents, CT, PT, right? Everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
The base AC system, like you're working in the what I can say, the building industries, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
you are aware about rest of other part, but still it's a part of syllabus, and that will cover with respect to the EVs part, right?
Yeah.
What is the base understanding we do have, or the what sort of provision we should consider while selecting the cable sizing and all, right? Which is
Yeah.
very keen to understand, because if I look at the building parts, they are very dealing with the small cables, right? 4 square mm, 10 square mm, 16 square mm, right? And very few length of the cable is required for a larger size, like 120 is a good enough, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in EV, if you look at the single charger will take a 120, right? And then we need to deal with the larger one. So how to handle that part?
Yeah.
So that designing we will going to cover in the module 5.
Yeah.
In the
Clear.
module 5 itself, we will address the single line diagram preparation part for EV.
Oh.
And there is one more topic which is EV charging depot construction, like city bus operational depots,
Yeah. Public
city
one.
bus
Yes.
charging depots, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
public
Yeah.
charging you can consider, or because in India it is divided in the subsystems, like very specific area called as a public charging, right? Whereas anyone can come and charge, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But there is some city bus operational depots, whereas only your city bus, the municipal corporation buses would going to charge, and because it has a very huge infra required, because the battery capacity, a single bus is right now having about to 500 kilowatt hour of storage capacity. So if you observe, the 500 kilowatt hour storage is very huge itself,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
In
Yeah.
comparison with the initial setups we have right now across the globe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
looking forward for that kind of setup, that we have one more good example where we will be understanding how that we can cope up with.
Yeah. Clear.
After this, like if you observe the module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have done with everything related to chargers, subsystems, right? Their basic understandings, and then entire network understanding. Module 6 would be picturizing you the inventionary part, like solar
Yeah.
plant collab with the EV charging stations, right? And
Integration.
it is
Yes.
a integration with that part and how it is providing the combined solution. And this
Mm.
solution would be very, very useful in the metro cities and on the highway sides, right?
Yeah.
The,
Mm.
the highways where, like, let's say the grid is there, but even you can opt the area because it's outside the city and you have ample amount of area available. You can put the solar and you can power to your EVs, right, through charger. So
Yeah.
how that system we can collab and how that system we can integrate, that we will address in the module 6. So this would be the planned entire journey for our syllabus, right?
Yeah.
From the zero understanding to till somewhere in the EV domain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
The
Yeah.
few more things that I need to clear you. This is journey, like uh, we will cover every Saturday, Sunday. So what is your thought? I mean, how you are available with every Saturday, Sunday? You are okay, or only Saturday is fine to you, so that we can have a 2-hour session and continue? What is
Uh,
that?
for me, I have only off days Saturday and Friday. This is on is
Friday and
yeah.
Saturday. Okay.
Yeah. So as I understood from your team, your admin team, that I will take one session 3 hours, 2 times per week. So Z agrees that I will take the first one this Saturday, and then we will agree mutual agree about the next sessions. So it's up to you. For me, I have Saturday and Friday, and could be Sunday at night. Okay, after work. That's it. So it depends on your schedule as well. So just maybe we can. I don't know if you are off on Friday. I don't
No,
know.
we have Saturday, Sunday off here in India.
So Friday is off, right, in your area?
No, it's working.
Okay, that will be great, Yani. So I can take it Friday and Saturday if it's fit your schedule.
So if I look at my availability, I can available on the Saturday and Sunday basically.
Yeah. Okay. But Sunday
So
at night will be great because I am finishing my work at 5.
understood. So
You know your situation. Yeah.
and the entire journey would be, let's say, roughly around to 2 months. Okay, if I address Saturday, Sunday, that will cover
Yeah.
two months or maybe extend, because if we take one of the holiday between the same, right, it might get
Yeah.
extended 2.5 and all, right?
Yeah.
So about 2 months the journey is, and so what you are expecting basically, you need every weekend one session or every weekend two sessions. So I can thought and I can plan better.
It's for me. It's fine. I can take 2 sessions per week. One at morning Saturday, and the next one could be any day of the week at night. Could
Okay.
be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or whatever's day at night will be fine. So it depends on your schedule, yani. And I can take one session, but I did not expect if I take one session per week. Yani it will take it will extend the period of the course, and I need to maximize my time because I have exam at December in my master
Okay.
degree.
Okay. So in
Yeah.
December you have exam. So right now it's October, November. Okay. Most probably, let's say November, and we can conclude if we took the 2 sessions per week.
Yeah. One Saturday and one at any day at night. No problem.
No
You can
worries. So
decide.
I'll just check the timing. What is the
Yes.
time shift in India, and is it right now? I mean, you are
Yeah.
in Kuwait, right?
It's time difference is 2.5 hours between Doha and India.
So
Yeah.
2.5 hour delay.
Yeah. So at my area now it's 8:30 morning.
Morning
In your
8:30.
area
Okay.
maybe it's
Oh,
yeah, maybe
okay.
11 or
Yeah. It's 11 right now.
yeah, maybe.
We are ahead, right? 2.5 hours
Yeah.
if I look at
Yes.
India. So, mm, all right. I'll check that calendar and then we'll fix the time. No
Yeah.
worries.
No
Okay.
problem. No problem. Yeah.
Uh,
Anytime.
Second part about the journey is, yes, we'll cover the 2 sessions per week. We will share the notes. Okay, whatever the presentation I'm delivering here, that will be shared with you at the end of the journey. Okay.
Okay. So this because
Intentionally, intentionally, I'm doing this. This practice will allow the learners to explore other things. Otherwise, what happens many times, people are looking only presentations and they're okay with, we know everything, like, right, and they're not coming with the thoughts and not coming with the queries they should have, right, exactly.
okay.
So at the end, the journey would the notes would be yours. Second part, it will be shared in the form of PPTs, right, on the your mail. So I mean, it's a PDF format. So on your mail, it will receive the soft copies. The sessions would be recorded, and the recordings are available. Let's say today we delivered one session, and the recording would be available from next day to the 30 days, during the 30 days. Okay. So let's say today we are having the session. It's a 21st of October, right?
Yeah.
So 21st of November till 21st of November, the 30 days duration, this recording would be available.
So
Okay.
so after I thought after each session I will be able to see the lecture again.
Yeah, if you wish to. Yeah. If
Yeah,
you done
because
one discussion, if you wish to, let's say, recall something for within the 30 days, you can address to that session. The your link would be shared on the chat, okay, in the Zoom call itself. So you can refer. No worries at all. So
okay,
whatever.
so I can access any time to the to this session after
Yes.
we finish it today. You get my point? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Till 30 days. The duration is 30 days. Like
And then it
today.
and then it will be removed, something like that.
Yes. After that, it is automatically gets triggered.
Yeah, but yeah, what is the? I mean, what is the idea? Why I cannot keep like lectures with me? Same like university or
So
something.
basically, we are storing that on cloud, right? And the cloud has a setting to remove the sessions after 30 days.
Okay, but I can. I mean, I can download on my PC. Just
Yeah, you can. You can.
okay. Yeah, because normally what I'm doing in university, I'm downloading my lectures, then I will check it depend on what session I go today. Then I need to
Mhm.
study or take some notes or
We
just
are hosting for 30 days. Within that, if you wish to download, you can, right? No worries at all.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
But and then if the PowerPoint itself, it will come after end of course, not beginning.
Yes.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, at least I have
Understood?
the video. Yeah.
Yes.
At least.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You have videos, you have references, and whatever the discussion we had in the videos, you will be there with, right?
Mm, mm. At least I
And
can think about questions. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
so intentionally I'm doing because I realized that if I'm sharing the notes on the first day, then people are nothing. They are doing nothing, and every time I'm asking the if you have any questions, nobody is saying any questions. Everyone is saying, yeah, we got it. Because they are coming with the screens already, which is not okay, which I feel somewhere we are doing mistake, right? Because questions should be there so that I can get the points to discuss. Otherwise, it's one time, one side hitting, and we'll finish the syllabus in a 3-4 sessions and we
Yeah.
can conclude. But that
Yeah.
won't be the thing, right?
Yeah. Sure. Actually, I have many questions. I think my question will start in from chapter 3. Starting from chapter 3, I would have some question because I just read about the topic a little bit.
Hmm.
So there is many questions actually in my mind now, but maybe most of them will be answered during the sessions. Okay. However, the remaining question I will raise it during the
For
session.
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So, and what else is remain? Let's check the schedule. Basically, here we go to cross verify. We'll just finalize the time. What is Doha's
Yeah. Doha time. Yes.
Doha chart?
Yeah. 2.5 hours.
It should be easy to manage, right? So it's a let's say today it's Sunday. Sunday, if I plan. So and yeah, what is your working time?
I'm working from 7 morning,
Hmm.
ended 6 p.m.
7 morning.
Yeah.
And ended with 6 p.m.
Yep.
So 7:30 if I look at, so it's at 10 a.m. So before 7, can we do it?
Before 7, it will be difficult because that mean
Difficult. Okay.
I will sleep for
Fine. So
yeah.
6:30 you are ending that.
6:30. Yes, I'm ending. You can say yes.
So that would be quite challenging. Okay. Second part, if I look at Saturday, the Friday session
Yeah.
for you. So the Friday, you have holiday, right?
Yeah, I can start 7:30, no problem. AM
So
morning.
Friday, if I look at, so you can start 7:30, 7 a.m. itself, right?
7 a.m. in my area, or yes, 7 a.m. in my area. Yes,
So,
Doha.
but Friday morning it will be different. Okay? Then if I look at 8:30, 11 p.m. would be there. Okay, I guess I'll take this 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Yeah, we can plan for let's say somewhere 7 p.m. at your location on Friday in the evening.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
We cannot make it morning?
So morning, actually, we have working, so I need to leave for office, right? So early morning, if I look at my 7, so it's a 4:30 for you. That would be difficult to you as well, right?
Yeah, can we start 6:30?
So your 6:30 is my morning 9, so I am traveling to office.
Oh.
If that's why I'm looking around, like if I choose Saturday, so Saturday you have holidays, so Saturday might be we are delivering the same time, let's say 10, so it's a 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. That would be fine to you. So we'll have
Yeah.
this session. And
that
if I
would be,
look at the Sunday part, but Sunday, if I 7, then it would be 4:30 to you. That won't be feasible, right? Sunday, you're fully engaged. And on the Sunday, 6:30 p.m., will it be fine to you?
Yeah, can I make it after that a little bit so I can manage
s-
my family? Yeah.
So 7 p.m. or 7:30 would be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. No problem. Yeah.
7:30 would be fine.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, it's difficult for me a little bit, but it's fine. You know what to do. We need to we need to find a mutual area somehow.
Yes, exactly. Otherwise, there would be one session a week. Then we can have that 2 hours. Even that can be okay to go.
Can we? Okay. Can we make it 3 hours Saturday? Every week, one session.
That we can, no worries at all. Let's say 3 hours is too big, but 2.5 we can discuss and I mean address the multiple topics. That is okay because what happens basically, if
Yeah.
we divide it to 2 sessions, on the next session we need to revise right the previous part, and that's why it took the two different sessions with the two I mean increased timing. But if we club it, the 2.5 hour, it'd be good enough time to have one
Okay.
session in a week.
Okay. Let's make it one session in a week so I can I can manage my university study, family,
Right,
work.
exactly.
Yeah. And what to do?
Otherwise, then you will be
The problem
disturbed
is me, I'm
to manage that.
overwhelming my mind with a lot of
Right,
topics. That's
right,
the
right.
I'm putting a lot of things all together. It's difficult a little bit for
Correct.
me. This the last 5 years it was difficult for me because I have many goals which is difficult to manage. So one time per week will be fine. Saturday,
Yeah.
7:30 will be great. Yeah.
So the same time, like does this 10 a.m. for me? I mean 10:30 for me. So if I look at 10:30, you're 7 a.m. right? No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's a 7. Oh, sorry, 8 a.m. to you, right?
Yes, 8 a.m. is fine. Yes. 8
Oh,
between 10:30 in your area. Yeah.
yeah, 10:30 for me, and it's 8 to you, 8 a.m. to
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Yeah. Fix it. Yeah. No
So
problem.
we can have that session like 2.5 hours about to that.
Yeah, will be great. Yeah, and inshallah it will cover everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this is, I mean, all about like our time schedules and the syllabus that we are going to cover. And the notes part I have covered with you, like how we are sharing that. Any other query you are having and that we need to cover that you are looking for? Anything else you are expecting?
Uh, no measures, but mostly I'm interested in chapter 5 and 6. This is the most. I think this is the most critical part in this
Just
course.
if you look at the syllabus, also yes, I'm saying the same thing. The first topic would be like a basic understanding,
Yeah, yeah, sure,
and
sure. So
from
we can go.
topic two, so topic two to onwards, the topics are hitting towards the base of EV.
Yeah, sure, sure,
Right?
sure.
That years are very good or more innovative to scale the potential of electric vehicles. If you
Yeah,
observe the European continent and the European market and US market as well as the Chinese market, right? So
yeah,
those areas are more focused and technologically more advanced uh, in electrical vehicle segments, but everything, let's say across the globe, if you look at the manufacturing hub is China. Right?
Yeah.
The world's manufacturing hub is China. But even if that, the market is China, like manufacturing happens in the China, but technology selection, the concept designing is coming from the different area of the globe, based
It's
upon their
coming basically
requirements.
from Europe or some from US. Which country is more advanced in this field?
So basically the manufacturing happens in the China. Second part, the technologies, the selection, the thought process is coming from the Europe, and the software part within this technology is coming from the India.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So this, if I look at the software level, then across the globe, India is leading.
Yeah, actually, in most of software company.
Yes. So if I break the world, right, the manufacturing hub is obviously China. The software hub is obviously India. And to collab with this, like obviously very specific, we are running within the EV. So EV is electronic, software, and mechanical component basically, right? And obviously, yes, its heart is running on the electricity, right? So electrical part is there. Initially, if you look at the the vehicles, that is operated based upon the IC engines, internal combustion engines, right? So those engines are purely mechanical part.
Yeah, with fuel, you mean with fuel, right?
Right. Yeah. The current whatever, let's say 2-wheeler, 4-wheelers are running, which is operated on the fuels, right?
Yeah.
Or the gasoline. They are basically coming with the very huge mechanical engines on it, right? And it is purely mechanical body. Now, if I look at the electric vehicles, so the name itself states that it's electrical, so it has something electric, right? So something is nothing but the motor is there, the batteries are there, right? The engine is replaced purely, and which is having a software into it to protect, to realize, and more user convenient.
Safety.
Right. So to convey the information with the users, that is very important. Otherwise, user will be surprised. Initially, in the IC engines, there was been some governors, right? Mechanical governors are there, and they are giving some noise. They are giving some shocks, right? So that the driver who is driving the vehicle, they will aware what to do now, right? Might be, let's say, gearbox, the gear has been jammed, right? Or might be some brake has been failed. So he'll realize that there is failure of the brake. I can't do anything right now. Only I need have an hand brake to operate, right? But how he realized that there is no dashboards on the old vehicles? If you realize, there is analog meters. Nowadays, it is coming with the digital map, right? So that digitalization within the electric vehicle is possible with the software part. And now, if I look at the EV into it, so EV has a more software centric as equal to as your electricity investor.
Okay.
So if I look at the Indian market in 2001, the Mahindra, the one of the largest organizations in India, the Mahindra has invented the first electric vehicle in India, and it was launched in 2001. The name
I
was
know about
Reva,
this company.
right? So Reva was a 2-seater electric vehicle, the small one. And after that, let's say EV technology, right? For the global market, the Mahindra and Mahindra acquires the 55% stakes across the globe. And then the Reva has been launched, like reinvented in the 2010 again. There is some period happened, like if you observe, like 2001, from that to 2010 across the globe, the EV market was there, right? But the growth of electric vehicle market was not that much. 2000 to 2010. But from 2010 onwards, many countries have started, basically most of the countries from the Europe and USA. right? Those has been initiated the drastic change towards the electric vehicle rather than your regular gasoline or the IC engine vehicles. And that has been took about 5 years to like reach some level. And then entire world is realizing the same that we need to shift, we need to start thinking on it, right? So that we will shift our energy parameter from gasoline to electricity.
Yeah.
So that move is happened in the last 5 years. And that's why right now its demanding topic is electric vehicles or the charging stations as coming into the common man's mind, right? Otherwise it was not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you observe, like, is this technology is a new one? Basically, no.
Yeah.
This
It's
is the
not.
older one, but we realizing right now that it is needed to implement.
Yeah.
Even early time, if you observe the cell phones has been coming, right? In 2000 itself, it was, I think 2004, there was the cell phones, the mobile phones have been introduced, right? Across the globe. And then it was, let's say, the boom coming into the market. And then till 2010, it is everywhere, right? And it has its own charger also,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
there is a battery. That battery is also lithium-ion battery. There is a charger. We are calling sometimes adapter, right? So charger, adapter, whatever you say. So this technology is there. Only the volume of that, right? The quantity has not been there. Even the size of that battery is going increase for the electric vehicle. The size of the battery for cell phone is in mAh, right? 3000 mAh, 4000 mAh. But for if you look at the battery size for your vehicle is in kWh, not in mAh, it's a kWh,
Yeah. Kilowatt hour. Yeah.
right? So it's 1,000 times bigger,
Yeah.
10,000 times, 1,000 times in the range of 10 to the power 3. That much bigger size of the battery is now, and that much bigger size of charger you do require. And that's why this classification has been deployed. And people are right now realizing that we need to shift for, like, there has been many reasons, right? The global warming and
Global warming.
CO2 emissions and many reasons to do it based upon the policy across the countries, right? But if I look at the perspective towards the making it more feasible, more accessible to the common man, that role needs to be played by the engineer, and those are we.
Yeah.
Right? We need to make a easier design. We need to make the more accessible and feasible design so that it will be more sustainable solution. It will be more feasible solution to the user.
Yeah. Sure.
So before proceeding to, let's say, direct to the connections of the network, we will think around what are the common parts, right, available with the electric vehicles, and common parts, let's say, comparison with your IC engine vehicle. If you just imagine the two vehicles in front of you, I hope you have seen both the vehicles. The IC engine, you know, right? And electric vehicle also you are aware with. So now just we need to compare between these two and understand what are the common parts within that. The first part is body frame, right? Which is required in both the vehicles. Might be the weight of the body is different, but the frame is required.
Yeah, sure.
Then there is a doors and power windows. Obviously, yes, these things is also required. This is the common one. Then wheels, right? The design might get improved, but the wheels should be required for both the vehicles to run on the road. Then suspension system, yes, obviously required. It's needed.
Yeah.
Power steering system, yes, it's needed, right? For both the vehicle.
Maybe different type from both, maybe hydraulic.
Yes, obviously, because technology might be different, but the system in place is needed.
Yeah.
Even if you use the same technology, what happens? The might be performance would be lagging, but it will work. right?
Yeah.
Then powered braking system, yes, obviously needed because it's a kind of braking system to the vehicle, right? Then
Yeah.
safety system, yes, it is again a common part. Then your wipers and then pumping machines, the fuel, right? The fluid to flow within the vehicles, right? It is also needed. Mirrors part, yes, it is required in the both the vehicles. Interior, which includes your seats, the vents, right? The cabin lights and
Comfortable.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything is needed for the user, right?
Yeah.
And these are the common parts between both the vehicles. We can't replace it. Just need to modify. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And even if it is not modified, then also it will work. Then also it will be survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what are those topics which you needs to modify? Now think around, you are having one IC engine vehicle and you need to convert that IC engine vehicle into EV by
Yes.
replacing some parts, and then think around what needs to modify. The first thing is air conditioning.
If I'm just think about it, it's mostly there will be a challenge in air conditioning system.
Yes.
Because if you compare it with traditional cars, compressor working with movement of the consumption itself, the consumption engine, so it's required to have some movement somehow. So this movement may be a challenge for EV due to the battery limitation or something like that. So I'm just thinking about it. So yeah, air conditioning.
Air conditioning is need to be modified.
Yeah, it's neat. Yeah, I think about it how they tackle this one, but maybe they are using like controller for motors. I don't know speed, but the compressor circuit itself, I cannot imagine. Maybe it's same compressor circuit, but I don't know how the theory work.
The same compression system you can use, but next to that, the chilling capacity of that compressor is within your battery requirement survives or not, that you need to check. If not, then you need to replace it.
Yeah, but I mean, is the design of air condition, of course, it will be related to the capacity of batteries, right?
Yes, yes.
So is that a problem for countries like having a 50-degree temperature and the running AC maybe in full power? Is that I think this will
No.
impact the battery
See,
drain or discharge.
basically, yes, obviously temperature increases, your depletion of the battery is happening. Okay. But the two systems like the cabinet conditioning, air conditioning, and then battery air conditioning is operating on two different systems. Your
Okay.
cabinet system is purely different. Your battery cooling system is purely different.
Yeah. Okay.
They are two independent options.
Yeah. Clear.
Right. And this air conditioning for your DC motors and the same, right? Your batteries. The cooling systems for your battery part, as I said, these two are very, very different, right? Air conditioning includes your cabin part. The cooling system very specific to your battery cells and all. And what needs to modify? Dashboard may needs to some modifications, right?
Yeah.
Because once battery comes into the picture, there is some displays are coming, some cablings has been changed, right? The communication protocol has been, that needs to be modified. What needs to be removed?
A lot of things. I think the movable parts in ICE. It's a lot. I mean, it's maybe 10,000 plus.
It's right.
So maybe this entirely will be removed.
Yes.
Along with the fuel tank, the critical part, of course, is like fuel tank, engine, of course, because we don't have anymore. We have just DC motors. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's a clutch transfer. I don't know. But I cannot. I did not get this one. A clutch.
I'll show you. Basically,
but it's yes.
Engine is going to be removed purely, right?
Yeah.
Then engine is getting input from the fuel tank, right? The fuel.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is also not needed because we are converting into EV. So this fuel is not needed to us, right? It is going to be removed. Then clutch and transmission, basically in IC engines, the engine is a separate part and your transmission, the gearbox has a different item, right?
Okay.
And between that, there is a clutch to collab and disconnect, connect and disconnect. But in electric vehicle, a monoblock is coming, which includes your transmission and then motor. As a single entity, it comes. So you need to remove this all three items and put a single item.
Yeah, it's like controlling the speed of DC motor.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. So within this, the fuel tank, engine, and clutch and transmission is going to be removed from your vehicles, right? Then your ECU part and their connector and sensors needs to be removed because we need to put something different.
What is the ECU again?
Electronic control unit, which is mostly initially it was there in the old vehicles. ECU, there is some port, right? Where you are tapping analog inputs.
You mean the electrical circuit, which is now in the traditional cars?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So electrical circuit is there in the traditional cars, and it is everything connected to your dashboard so that you just operate the buttons, right?
Yeah.
But most of the times there is some analog meters also, like showing the speed, showing the count of kilometers, right? The fuel percentage, everything they are showing. So that is operating based upon some inputs on the sensor, right? Within your vehicles. So that sensors are sending the data in terms of your voltage and current, the milliamp and millivolt criteria, the analog inputs, right?
Yeah.
And that has been converted in the form of relevant readable option to the user, those who are driving the vehicles. That conversion is happening on the ECU, electronic control unit.
Yeah.
Some sort of like say PCB is there, right? Some sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. PCB relay is whatever is there.
And whereas it is showing to the user. So that will also going to be replaced or removed right now, right? From existing, because that won't be feasible to manage your the battery BMS and all.
Yeah, it was designed for a specific purpose, but now it's different, entirely different case.
Correct. And then fuel pump and other engine subsystem, that also need to be removed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Now, what needs to add? Once, let's say you decided earlier slides, it was some common parts that we can't remove, right? We can manage as it is. Second, we understood about the removed part, right? Third, we understood the modified parts, what we can modify. And fourth, we need to add something, right?
Yeah, of course.
To convert. So what we need to add? The first part is motor.
Yeah, of course, motors, then controllers. This is logic, okay?
Right, motors needs to be added.
Yeah, so the first 2 points, it's clear, yeah.
Yes. Then you need to add motor controller as well, right? To control its motor and based upon the inputs coming from the driver.
Yeah.
Needs to modify your transmission system. As we are removing their existing transmission system, we need to put some modified transmission system, right?
Yeah.
So that your system can perform the high efficiency and reduce the what I can say, the losses from that.
You mean this system, which is having the impact of motor gradually increase the speed and their impact on the wheel itself, right?
Yes, yes.
Acceleration system.
Yes, acceleration system.
Okay.
And then battery pack and BMS you need to add, right? So that it is just a fuel tank of your newly vehicle, right? The new vehicle.
Yeah, battery pack is fine.
Battery bank you do require with the BMS equipped on there, right? To communicate that.
BMS, when you say BMS, it's
a battery management system.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is again a PCU.
Yeah, it's similar to building management system. Yeah,
correct. Exactly. Something like the PCB that you are putting on the batteries to get the inputs.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? And it has, if you look at the communication part, it has a CAN communication and support.
Yeah, of course. Like what type of communication, whatever the Modbus or whatever, I don't know, but maybe it's different in cars.
Right. Then IoT and telematics.
What is
because Internet of Things and telematics. So basically it deals with your battery status, your vehicle status. It is showing you like a different sensors it is enabled with, which is aggregating your vehicle data, like vehicle is running at what speed, at what velocity, right? At what weight it has.
When you
Uh,
say telematics, what does that mean by
telematics. So telematics deals with the mostly geolocations.
okay, like
Your positioning, geographic positioning on the
okay.
map.
Then data
Where is the
infrastructure
vehicle
to
exists, right?
Yeah.
So this deals with the, and IoT enables with the different sensor layer to aggregate the data on the same point, so that the machine will picturize everything on the dashboard. Like the battery, the vehicle has, let's say, within the cabin, the temperature is this. Within the battery temperature is this. You are located at particular position, right? Your speed
Yeah.
is this. Your let's say tire pressure is this. So everything, like there is a sensors, right, across the vehicle. Your let's say the back door is open, not your front seat belt is not wrapped, right? Everything that comes with the some sensor layers, and that sensor data is collab with the IoT systems. Okay. There is a common term called as IoT, which is, if I look at the full form, it's Internet of Things. But it includes the family of different sensors aggregating their data points to common node, and that is a common PCB. Whereas all those points are coming, and from that it is sending to the some dashboards and sending some brains to take the decisions.
Yeah, it's a closed loop
It's a closed loop.
No. And this data infrastructure to monitor this, what do you mean by data infrastructure here? You mean infrastructure in terms of maps, or what do you mean exactly by data infrastructure?
Internal connections of data flow.
Internal connection of data flow.
Like sensor you put within the dashboard, sensor you put within the cabin, sensor you put on the vehicle's tire, right, or the wheel side.
Okay.
And these sensors are sending the data to whom? Your PCB, right, which is managing the data inputs, aggregating the data. How that is flowing. Some are flowing with the wired communication, some are flowing with the wireless.
Okay, I get your point now. Yeah, so we are talking about the PCB as the infrastructure for the vehicle itself. Yeah,
correct.
Clear.
So within that vehicle, we need to make such a provisions to flow the data seamlessly.
Yeah,
and
clear.
that deals with the data structure to the monitor.
Yeah, it's clear now.
Clear. So if I observe the vehicle, I need to break it into 4 topics. What we can make it common, what we need to replace, what we need to modify, and what we need to remove.
Yeah.
Clear now?
Clear.
Now, one question to you. If you look at these 2 pictures, what do you feel? This is your electric vehicle, right?
Yeah.
This is your IC engine.
Yes.
If you analyze, there is a 4 wheel. Here also 4 wheels are there.
Yeah.
Here is a fuel tank. Here is a battery pack. There is a transmission system. There is a motor and transmission system collab with this itself, right?
Yeah.
And there is a controller, the new things like motor and its controller, battery pack, and their battery management system like BMS we say.
Yeah.
These are collabed with each other to make a transmission happen with this, right?
Yeah.
And the power is coming to the wheels. Similarly, power is coming to the wheels.
Yeah, I think it's clear. It's maybe if you're asking about my thoughts about it, as a comparison, I think that's okay. Electric vehicle have maybe bigger space for the battery itself, maybe around 10 to 15% of the car itself. And the second part is losses. We don't have losses we still have losses in EV, but it depends on motor fabrication itself. But in compare with the traditional cars, I think it's more losses due to fractions or hydraulic system which we have. So we can say movement will be more smooth in electric vehicle, and they depend on the fabrication of motor in terms of losses and efficiency. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, but on the other side, it's entirely a lot of problem. Mechanical fraction losses. There is many losses there inside in traditional cars.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Like, what is the efficiency of ICE engine?
Okay, I don't know what is the efficiency exactly. Okay, but if we're talking about efficiency, it's in and out, input and output. So if we have a lot of parties and we have a lot of fractions, this of course will have an impact on the overall performance of the car itself.
Obviously. So what do you feel with the, if I look at not
I
about
feel
the
it's higher losses than the EV, but is the exact number I don't know.
Okay, no worries. So
Yeah.
in comparison with these two technologies, what do you feel like how much difference it has, like EV and the IC? At what difference of efficiency level it has?
Okay, for EV, as I say, the efficiency mostly depend on the motor fabrication, and we can also talk about the fraction system of the wheel itself. So, but on the other side, since we have a lot of moving parts, so losses will be high. Movement parts is there. So yes, EV is better in terms of efficiency, but it depends on and again, still we have a factor of battery itself, which may impact the performance of the car. Depend on fabrication of battery itself. That's it from
any guesses for difference between the efficiency part? Any guess, any number?
Okay, any numbers?
Any number which you feel that this might be the difference. Let's say 50% is the efficiency of IC and 70-80% of the efficiency of your EV.
Okay, if we regardless of battery itself,
including the battery, because battery we can't put on the road, right? We need to put on the vehicle itself.
Okay. I think from my point of view, the efficiency of EV could reach up to 60 to 70%, something like that. But efficiency on the mechanic or the traditional cars,
IC engine, right?
Yeah, maybe less. Maybe it's around 50% or less.
50
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Look at this. Numbers are very surprising.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Understood.
Yeah, it's quite far from what I said, but the concept is there.
So this is the reality what the efficiency deals with. And this is the main reason that people are thinking like it's okay to spend more amount on right now. But once this feasibility study of this, let's say, because see, in EV, nothing is saturated right now. Correct. It's again evolving. New technologies are coming, and electric vehicles, battery part is again booming into the same, right? It is coming with the high-end technologies,
Yeah.
So this is again improvising. But if you observe this technology, IC engine, electrical combustion engines are 100-year-olds. It's saturated, but they are not reached more than 25.
Yeah.
They are still only 20, 22 somewhere around.
Yeah, clear now. Yeah.
Right. And this is what how this efficiency deals. Basically, we are burning the fuel, right? And fuel has itself a calorific value, if you remember.
Caloric
value, which is measured in kilojoule per kilogram, like 1 kilogram of fuel burning, how much energy it is producing, right? And let's say 1 kilogram fuel we burn here and it is producing 100 kilojoules. And after that, 100 kilojoules reaches here and only 20 kilojoules is converted into motion, which is running the vehicle, and 80 would be loss in the form of heat, in the form of friction and all.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is what the 80 is, just a lose. You are not using that. But here, if you observe, we are, let's say, whatever the power plant is, right? We don't know. Okay. What it is using, we don't care. What we get in the battery pack, let's say, fully charge the battery, and it has 100 kilojoule. I'm taking rough example. Okay. 100 kilojoule of energy here. And how much is converting to the motion? Say 90, or let's say 85. Only 15% is the losing by this device, right?
Yeah, clear.
So that is what the trigger point which people are right now thinking towards. I will bring the EV because it's a cheaper in the operation. Initial investment is higher, that's fine, but later on the operational cost is less.
Yeah, maintenance and whatever. Yeah.
Maintenance and the operational cost. You need to move, let's say, 1 kilometer from your home. This might take 20 rupees, right, per kilometer. I'm saying in Indian rupees, okay. But this will cost you only 1 or 2 rupees.
Yeah.
And obviously,
I think it's only part of, if you have major impact, maybe the infrastructure.
Yes.
I think it's, maybe, yeah.
See, infra is a different thing all about. Infra can be leased, right? There might be a different, let's say, financial model working for it. But if you compare two different devices with the different technologies and performing the same objective.
Yeah.
So who is more efficient? Obviously, EV is more better.
Yeah, and it's one-time investment by at the end of the day. Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So this is what the intention, the people are looking around, that operational cost would be lesser. So we will think to go for electric vehicles. And let's say after 5 years down the line, everything would be converted into electric vehicle only.
Yeah.
Now the electric vehicles has been more populated. Even common man will also aware that what is EV.
Yeah.
Right. But the point is, let's say there has been electrical bicycles are there, electrical two-wheelers are there, electric three-wheelers are there, electric four-wheelers are also available. Even electrical buses are there. There has been in India also, there has been trucks and the earth-moving vehicles. Right?
Yeah.
Excavators, the large excavators are also comes to electric vehicle technologies, and they are operating right now.
Yeah, actually, I'm wondering how excavators are also running. I have seen the buses. I have seen, of course, the normal cars, but I never seen the excavator on site or something.
Excavator has like a huge battery bank.
Yeah, this is
what they are doing basically, because see, excavator works mostly happen at the single locations, right? And they are not mostly moving. So if they are operating, what they are doing, they are having a battery bank associated with it, which is external and detachable option. And they are just external. Okay. And there has been some battery bank which is inbuilt, and wherever they wish to do the excavations, right? So they have the external battery bank, which has itself in the containerized solution. They are powering to that, and then it is operating.
Yeah, clear.
So there is huge enhancement. They use modifications comes in the day in day out operations as well. So if you observe, let's say, looking forward for the 5 years, what would be the change in the market? So this would be the change.
Yeah, but as the country is ready for such infrastructure.
Yes, obviously the country should prepare that ecosystem so that user can abstract that. And if I observe the Indian market right now, because I never visited Doha, so I don't know the facts and the ground reality.
Anytime.
Yeah. So the Indian market definitely after 5 years down the line, the things are on ground and will be result, because in now
India are very active in this field, right?
Right.
I think,
It is now we are rolled out like 10,000 plus electric vehicles. Which vehicles is very specific to the public buses, right? The
Yeah.
buses are on ground and they are running since last 5 years. And
10,000
now
is 10,000. I think it's less in compare with country area.
10,000 are just running. Okay.
Okay.
On ground last 5 years.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
not
nice.
speaking about the private cars. It's the quantity. I'm speaking only the public bus transport systems.
Yeah, Ministry of
Ministry of
Transport, maybe.
Transport. Right?
Okay. Yeah, this is
So the
great actually.
personal cars count is in lakhs. So that is very different. Then two-wheelers has a different number. And now we are running the fleet of, let's say, the trucks, the heavy trucks, for the transportations.
This is running by
yes,
EV as
running
well?
on EV. Yes, running on EV. And they
Okay,
are
this is
operating.
great.
The range is about 250 kilometers.
Yeah,
in a single charge.
Okay, because a few days back I was having like a meeting with not meeting. It's just my home beside a bus charger depot, working by solar integration actually. So my home direct beside this station's depot. So I stopped one driver and I asked him about the range of for one bus. So he say one charge for 2 hours. I think it will take a range of 250 kilometers.
Right.
So it's yeah. So maybe it's a similar situation with the trucks.
Right. But truck has a different capacity to load, right? Truck can take the 2 tons of load and something like that.
Yeah, sure.
2 and 4 tons.
Yeah, more challenge, yes.
Yes. The part is, as soon as you increase the load, as soon you need to increase the battery capacity and your motor capacity as well.
Yeah, sure.
That's
This is all DC motors, right?
Yes, all DC motors have been used.
Is there any specific type? What type of motors itself? Is there any specific?
No. So within that there is asynchronous motor, right?
Yeah, there is asynchronous, yes, but which one used in EV? Synchronous or asynchronous? I think for similar applications they need synchronous motors, right?
Right. So see,
not asynchronous.
No. What happens? Two technologies within that also they are working. For more heavy side, only DC won't work. They are converting into AC, and then it is AC has been powered. Asynchronous motors has been working.
Again, can you repeat this one again, please?
For your heavy vehicles.
Heavy vehicles, like
heavy
trucks
vehicles,
or whatever. Yeah.
Right. Heavy vehicles like who's carrying out a tonnage of the capacity, they needed the AC motors, which is asynchronous motors.
They need AC motors in
AC
heavy trucks,
motors, right?
but as I understood, it's the trucks will require fast chargers.
Yes. See, charging is a different thing, right? And creating a torque is a different thing.
Okay, clear. Yeah, I get your point. I think yes,
Right.
yes.
So within that there is a converter again to convert in the AC. But now the motors are coming is let's say even if it is AC motor, they are having their core and what I can say, the rotor, right? So on the rotor they are putting magnets. On the stators, sure. It is a winding.
Yeah.
And
clear.
So if you observe, like it's again different topic altogether to go into in depth, but see, this is what the advancement right now, and again there is the information going on the how we can enhance the efficiency of the motor on the high load.
So just in to cap it in small cars we are using DC motors.
DC, yes.
Heavy cars,
small cars, DC, purely DC.
Yeah, and
but for the very huge higher one, they are dealing with the AC side.
Okay, clear.
Because putting the more current on the DC side quite challenging.
Putting the more current on the DC side, yes.
So that was the I mean, if they look as a techno commercial perspective, right? The technology as well as the commercial aspects. then
Yeah.
your DC won't survive because it deals with the more current. Then you need to set up more protections on it, and it will increase your cost.
Yeah. Okay. So all of Tesla model, for instance, have DC motors.
Yes. The small, the four-wheelers, they have a DC motors.
Okay, clear.
The commercial four-wheelers has a DC motors.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Any doubt? Anything you need to discuss here?
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear.
It's a clear. So for today, we'll pause here itself. Okay. For today's session won't be, too long. What I can say? Yeah. So let's say topic 1, the remaining portion we will cover in the next session. So you just go through the syllabus. I'm dropping you the syllabus copy.